What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Not So Serious channel. I'm your host, OJ Feliciano. With me, as always, is Luis Serrano. Today, we're going to be reviewing Cruella.
This is a good movie. I don't know what to say.
I'm really excited about this film. Like, I really enjoyed this movie. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. So, I'm gonna go over like the history as like my process through this whole like film. So obviously Disney has been like lacking on like their movies. So they're like, what do we do now? Oh, let's do live actions of our famous films, right? They've had some hits and some misses. So far, my favorite one was Beauty and the Beast, the live action one. That was really like that film. But then they gave us this trailer for Cruella, and I was like, who asked for this film? I think I saw the trailer. I don't even think I saw the trailer. I saw like promo clips, but I never saw the actual trailer. And I was like, who the fuck asked for Cruella, right? Then I'm like, oh wait, it's Emma Stone. Interesting. Well, that's gonna be good. But I never bothered to look at the trailer. And then I was like, I stopped to think to myself, like, wait, hold up. Cruella, right? It's an origin story about Cruella. She seems like she's going to be evil through the film, which is very interesting. And again, it's Emma Stone. And I'm like, fine, let's go. I'm gonna watch it. So I went to see it, and wow. To be honest, in my opinion, the best live-action film Disney has done to date, and the best origin story that we've gotten out of coming from Disney. Not gonna lie. Specifically, the fact that it's a villain.
I think that has to do with the case that like they're not writing on anything other than like 101 Dalmatians.
Exactly.
But that movie doesn't. The villain is Cruella. We just don't know a lot about her. We just know she's spoiled rich and kills dogs.
Exactly. Well, we think she does. We don't know what she really wanted the dogs, because in this film, apparently. Spoiler alert, by the way. In this film, she does, she doesn't kill dogs. It's pretty much that's the point. She's not really a bad person. That's what we're getting at. So, again, really good film. I am impressed visually, and I am impressed with the director. And I put away my phone when I clearly said that I wanted to get these names right. So I super the director, Craig Gillespie. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. This man has did one of the from all the films that he's made, the one that I'm like mostly like that I really like is I, Tonya. He also did The Finest Hour, if I'm not mistaken. And let me see real quick here. And $1 Million Arm, which are all really good films. Now, the cinematography was also really good. I'm not going to look up the person, and I feel bad, so I'm going to do it right now. I said I wasn't going to do it, but for me, I'm going to go do it. Let me do that real quick. So sorry. Here we go. Nicholas Jesus Christ. Nicholas Karakatsanis. This man.
That wasn't butchered at all.
This man has, wow. What a vision. Great. And to me, what like blew me away from like the cinematography of this film was mainly the colors, the setting. And the way and to my favorite part as well is when they do an overexposure. So it's something commonly used. You mainly see it. I've seen it a lot in music videos, and when you want to do some types of transitions. But in this film, they're doing it to like tell like time has been passing, especially like something big happens, like news-wise, and you're gonna get like a picture of what's happening, and then like all the news that have been happening throughout like the week in a way, and you see that happening. So you get that overexposure, which works perfectly in this film, and I really love that. That's really good use of that type of editing, and honestly, that was really good.
There was this one shot that I was like, wow, I want to know how they did this and how much of it was CGI,
Which one was it?
because there's a shot at the
And
very
for the record,
start.
okay, for the very start, let's again, spoiler, hit me up. What was that?
At the very start of the movie, when she's working at that fashion place, her first job and whatnot, like there's this awesome shot. It's almost like a drone shot that goes through the window, like passes the window, and it just passes by the entire like store. Like you see all the people shopping, and like it's going fast pace, and it's so like the starting shot from the like passing through the window and coming down. I'm like, that's impressive. That has to be either a drone or like some type of CG. And then at the very end, it comes down and like you see Emma Stone. She's not working her dream job. She's cleaning
Yeah, she's
bathrooms and
cleaning
whatnot.
bathrooms and whatnot. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure like the way I would go about that shot would be a CG, like in a way, CG or like really good editing when you're going through the glass. After that,
Yeah, it's
I would do a steady cam shot, very very simple, or like a nice tracking shot, so you have like a nice like rail or something like that. But again, it flows so well, I have to assume it's a steady cam. It has to be like someone mounted the camera on them and they're walking around, because it was a really good shot. You're right.
but while I'm on the topic of CG, because that's one thing I want to say right now, the CG in this film is a little jarring, at least for me.
I'm
Like,
going to disagree a little bit with you, because truth be told, the all right, so I'm gonna go for the only CG you get to see in this film are technically the dogs, and there's only five of them.
so you mean to tell me the entire scene where Emma Stone gets pushed off the cliff
I
isn't
mean,
CG? They actually pushed Emma Stone.
obviously that's CG, but I didn't really care about that because it didn't look awful. The important thing isn't seeing her fall down. Like, sure, when she pulls the chute, yeah, that looks kind of wonky a little bit.
I
But
mean,
to
at the
be
same
honest,
time, I'm not gonna give them too much of a hard time because I mean, this movie came out during COVID. Like
yeah,
every movie nowadays, like every movie that was coming around during the pandemic, people are working from home probably. Like they don't have the same equipment as they would in a studio, so I don't like. It's not like I'm gonna like attack someone like, oh, the CGI sucks, so lose your job. No, it's fine.
yeah,
I understand,
yeah.
but
I'm saying like the CG that you could actually like sit and nitpick is the CG of the dogs. Like that shot of her falling down. I mean, there are thousands of CG shots just like that with modern movies, and you just kind of have to go with it, because sometimes it's not like the important shot. Like people don't care. Like, my bad. People don't really like. I'm pretty sure the director is going to be like, oh man, I want really clean like falling animation. Like, how do you fall off a cliff? You're not gonna flip. You're not gonna. You're just gonna like, There's sometimes you want to make it more dramatic. Sometimes you want to make it more realistic. To me, that didn't bother me. However, the CG in the dogs was done really
oh
well, except ironically for the Dalmatians,
yeah,
because
oh yeah.
they tried to give them a little bit of extra character. The other two dogs that are in this film are fantastic, especially because one of them is a Chihuahua. So anything you do to a Chihuahua is going to look good. It doesn't matter because they're just tiny and cute.
There were a lot of moments where like I'm watching this movie and I'm just like, that's a fake dog.
That's a fake dog. Yeah, exactly. To be honest, I noticed it more with the Dalmatians rather than with the other two dogs in the film. So like that's my only the only thing I
Like
can
I was
say like
actually
was
like playing a
off.
game. Like I was actually playing a game trying to spot like the scenes where the dogs were real. Like obviously like the normal scenes where like the dog's sitting next to like Emma Stone or what something. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a real
yeah,
dog.
that's a real dog, of course. It's in the moment when you need them to do a very specific type of movement or animation with their face that you're gonna do some CG. But nowadays, that's done really well. Again, the Dalmatians is kind of weird because, to be honest, their color pattern, they had to make them. If you've seen a Dalmatian, they're not like what they seem in cartoons. Like Dalmatians they do have random spots, but they're not necessarily white. So in the film, they look super clean white and like very nice dark spots. When in reality, they just have a bunch of like really like just dark spots everywhere. So I get why they did it. They wanted to like make it look a little, seem a little bit more like cartoonish. But it was never jarring. To me, it was just what stole the show. And like these are gonna be final words for me. Acting wise, dude, you have Emma Thompson and Emma Stone in the same film. Two beautiful, amazing women, two amazing actresses work together in this film. What do you expect? Like honestly, Disney actually did a good film, live action, and I'm proud. And I'm gonna give it hands down to the actresses right now. Like they stole this film, both of them.
No, yeah, Emma Stone and Emma Thompson really are like the stand-ups because they
It's their
killed it
film.
so
It's their
well.
film for starters, but they did such a good job.
I really liked how Emma Thompson's character never breaks her personality. Like there's
Yeah.
never even a moment where
There's no hesitation. There's no change in her character. No.
like there's never a moment where like she's being rivaled by Cruella, and there's never a moment where like she goes crazy or starts to scream like, "Oh, I'm better!" Like she's
She
just poised.
never loses. Exactly. She has this stance of power, like and you feel it. And when it comes to Cruella, it's like, God, she just sells it so well. The acting is really good in this film, and if you're like hesitant to watch this film because you think, oh, it's another Disney like villain movie, they're gonna make her good, or like, oh, it's gonna be bad, go watch this film. Honestly, I highly recommend it. It's really, really good.
There was this thing that I genuinely like. Thank God I watched this in my house because there was this scene that like I've seen like before this movie came out, people were making memes being like, "Oh, this is Disney's like version of the Joker," by Todd Phillips, and I didn't really get that until I saw the movie. I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it. She's a little crazy, and that's fine. However, they actually play the Smile song that's in the trailer. I didn't think they'd do that, and when I heard it, I almost fell off my fucking chair laughing. I was like, you guys aren't even trying to be subtle. Like,
nah, man,
this is almost Joker.
I mean, truth be told, that's
Disney.
That's the thing. It's like Cruella wasn't really a bad person. She was made into a bad person, and that's what I like about this film. It's explained, and I loved it. Now, I'm gonna give my ranking. Then we're gonna go for like a bit of a future, like what can come after this, and we can end this. It's kind of tough because I'm thinking about like my ratings for other films that I've recently reviewed, and it's kind of weird that I want to give this a 10 out of 10 because it deserves it. But I think I'm gonna go for a 9.5 out of 10. It's really like for me it's just hard. I really enjoyed this film. Like I'm comparing it obviously to like just Disney overall. And it's just like, it's amazing. Like they really did like, they knocked it out of the park for me. It's all good, Luke. You can give your own.
I'm torn between a 6 or a 7 out of 10, but I think 7 seems more right from my end.
The reason
it's not a bad movie. It's a good movie.
It's a really good movie. The reason I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10 is because I want to watch it again. Like I generally want to go to the theaters again and watch this film.
I'm not gonna watch this again.
I know you're not, but I generally want to watch it again. It's just so good. In my opinion, it's really, really good. Both visually and like story wise and acting, it's really, really good.
The acting, like Emma Stone and Emma Thompson, like that's the best bit. I do have my gripes with the movie overall, but like regardless, like it doesn't overpower the fun I had with this movie. I really I did enjoy watching it, but it's not a movie that I'm like, I need to watch this again. I gotta own this on DVD. I have to Disney, I want to dress as Cruella for Halloween. Like this is not. It's not that.
I get it. Well, now, like, we're gonna go in a bit of a spoiler, I guess, because we're gonna be talking about like end credit scene and like what could happen next. So if you don't want to know about that, click out of the video now. But like, still like, like it, subscribe, hit that bell notification, the usual. So, the ending. Oof. Do you think we're gonna get a 101 Dalmatians live action straight out of this, or do you think we're gonna get a second Cruella film? Because we can get both.
We could probably get both. Disney would be stupid to
Not
not
to, right?
take advantage of Emma Stone because she's so good in this. Like they'd want to milk it.
Definitely. So here's the thing: if they give me 101 Dalmatians, because again, we see how how Maya and the other guy, I forgot his name, get Bonzo, whatever, and the other female dog, I forgot their names. And that's how they meet because they're walking the dogs in the park, and then oh my god, our dogs are in love. The whole story of the 101 Dalmatians. Well, like in the movie, the cartoon film, Cruella hates the Dalmatians. So what Rachel and I were thinking was that maybe that wasn't Cruella who sent the gift. It was probably her mom from prison or some shit like that. If not, we were also thinking that we're going to get a second Cruella film explaining why she would then hate the Dalmatians. And then we will get 101 Dalmatians. I don't know.
This is also Disney's second villain origin film. Like we had in the past Maleficent,
which wasn't bad, but she ended up being a good person, and I didn't like that.
I wouldn't know. I didn't fucking watch it.
You didn't see us. You didn't see it yet. No, okay.
But yeah, you know what? Actually, forget everything I was gonna say. I haven't seen Maleficent. I'm not gonna even try to fill in those gaps. But I could see Disney doing more villain stuff. Like hell, like we're gonna get a Little Mermaid movie. Why not Ursula? Or people always try to do a Captain Hook film. Fuck, give us a Captain Hook film.
That would be a lot more. That would be a lot better, dude. Not gonna lie, I would enjoy a nice Hook film.
They should do that. I'd be into that.
You know what will be really dark? The father, like the priest from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, Father, what was his fucking name? I know. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be a very dark film, though, because if you want to touch on the topic, Disney, that's gonna be probably. Yeah, I think that was it. Well, anyways, that concludes our review for Cruella. You have really good. You have it's amazing. If you want to know for sure which one it is, you gotta watch it yourself. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Please leave a like if you like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and hit the bell notifications so you know when we release videos like this. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Good day.